I'm not being funny, but something really amazing. It's actually going to happen to you at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Scorpioni. And I'm talking about something becoming reality. I'm talking about some kind of a wish becoming true. Something that means to you so much, something that you have been working on for such a long time, but there is just a little twitch to it. And you know what a little twitch about this is? That almost like a big part of you thought that this is actually never going to happen. The big part of you thought that, this is never going to become reality. Big part of you thought that this is never going to manifest whatsoever. So this is why this is going to kind of come with such an interesting element of surprise. It's almost to do with like success that you are going to become aware of, and big wish becoming true and becoming reality. And it's almost as if it's like you just really thought that this is not going to happen whatsoever. So it's to do with an aspect of your life that meant to you so much, and it was keeping you going for so long, so for like absolute years, for a long time. But then something happened within the last few years, something happened, and it's a lot to do with like kind of things that were going on the outside, that it's nothing to do with your life as such. But then again, this is all going to become obvious at the beginning of this week, what exactly was holding you down all this time, and what exactly was making you think and feel negative about such an important aspect of your life that means to you above all like so much. Every now and then things like this in our lives happen. We are working on something that we are extremely passionate about, and something so important to us, but then things that can kind of affect our lives, especially when it comes to like things that haven't got anything to do with our own lives, but they put us like under this illusion like that we can't do what we want to do, when we want to do, how we want to do it, you see. And very often people don't even realize where this is actually coming from. But this in itself, it's a really important week for you, my gorgeous Scorpioni. I cannot stress enough how important this is. On one hand, you are gonna feel so happy because it's all going to start with this message that you are going to have at the beginning of this week. And this message is really like going to surprise you like there is no tomorrow. You're really going to be surprised. You're going to be like, oh my God, here we go again, but not because it's going to be bad, not because it's going to be negative or horrible or anything like that. No, baby, no. But you're going to reconnect with yourself at the same time. You're going to feel really powerful energy and vibrations that you almost like kind of forgot about. This in itself, it's going to be the point of rejuvenation that it's going to be absolutely impossible for you to ignore. So you just go with your initial I can't talk anymore. You just go with your initial feeling, okay? So you just go with your initial feeling. You just go with your intuition. You just go with that vibration, because you are going to realize that your spirit is going to rise so much just as soon as you become aware of this message. I hope I'm not too confusing, my gorgeous Scorpioni. So at the beginning of this week, you are going to have a mind-blowing message, and I'm telling you, it's a mind-blowing because it's just going to like point out the part of your life that you used to work on so much for such a long time, you used to be so passionate about, and you really thought that you kind of like you changed, you really thought that you kind of moved on. And this is why am I telling you that this is like a really important part of your life, important stage of your life, where you are literally reconnecting with yourself by paying attention to your own reflection on things that are going to be happening to you, around you, but especially the way you're going to feel as soon as you become aware of that message. This in itself is going to reconnect yourself with yourself purely because you're going to feel the vibration and energy you haven't felt in absolute years, centuries, my gorgeous Scorpioni, centuries. No, it's just honestly, it's like, I can't even explain this to you until actually this, until this actually happens. So it's all about this message, and that in itself, it's really kind of, first of all, you're going to be like, oh, here we go again. But then again, you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it. And that message, it's all going to be about like pretty much so a sudden progress, you know, with an aspect of your life that you thought that it doesn't exist anymore, with an aspect of your life that you thought that it came to an end. So that sudden progress, like this is really going to surprise you, this sudden movement, sudden progress, because something is going to happen and you're going to realize that, oh my God, this hasn't come to an end. This hasn't come to an end. In fact, it's only the beginning. Oh my God. So you cannot run away from yourself. You can run, baby, but you cannot hide from yourself. I'm not saying that you are running from yourself, but I'm just telling you that in the meantime, you have found something else that you were like putting your precious energy towards, and you were absolutely fine. You were doing absolutely great. And this is what's going to cause those feelings like, oh my God, here we go again, because you did find yourself again doing something different. I really hope you understand what I mean. Okay, but now this mind-blowing feeling is just gonna like, oh my God, change everything, because you will know, my gorgeous Scorpione, exactly what is going to be number one priority for you after this moment in time. And this is what I said. You can run, but you cannot hide from yourself. I'm not saying this like in like a weird, like a darkness way. No, baby, no. I'm just talking about your destiny. I'm talking about what you're destined to do, okay? I'm talking about your soul purpose. I'm talking about your spiritual purpose. You can do whatever you want in this life. You can express yourself in whichever way you like in this life. You can live this life and enjoy yourself as much as you can. You can do as many things as you like, but the most out of this life you're going to get, the most that you're going to get out of this life is when you do find your soul purpose, when you do find your spiritual purpose. So this is a lot to do with you doing something, enjoying yourself, feeling this vibration, this powerful vibration again that you felt like within the last few years, few years ago. Do you know what I mean? So this is actually going to be a really big moment in time for you. It's like doing something that you love, being passionate about, enjoying yourself and making the most of it. You know how powerful you become. You become so powerful. You become so successful. That's exactly what is going to happen to you. This is going to lead towards enormous success in your life, my gorgeous Scorpione. And this is why this is bouncing back. And that's why I said, you know what I mean? It's like it's gonna keep on coming back and stare at your face like, hello, my darling. Do you know what I mean? Until you notice it, So now this information, this message that you are going to have at the beginning, it's really going to surprise you, but it's all about something like moving on, some kind of sudden progress with an aspect of your life that you thought that it came to an end a long time ago. And now, first of all, you're going to be blown away, and then again, you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. It's like, oh my God, you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever, because also at the same time, what else you're going to realize, my gorgeous Scorpione, and it's not going to be like really long after that moment in time. So first of all, this is going to be like kind of pointed to you and in such a way where this is going to surprise you, as I said, and I'm keep on saying, but it's important. But also very soon after that moment in time, you will know that there is going to be such an important opportunity which is going to come to you as well. So it's not only about like a progress, it's not only about a sudden movement, but it's also about like a pretty much so an important opportunity which is gonna come very, very soon after this moment in time. But you will know that there is an important opportunity gonna come to you very, very soon indeed. In fact, in exactly 17 days after this moment in time, in exactly 17 in exactly 17 days after this moment in time, you're already gonna go on the next stage of your mind-blowing big mama spiritual journey. In exactly 17 days, you are going to have this opportunity, okay, that I'm talking about. This opportunity, it's gonna be the natural progress for you, the next stage of everything that I said of so far. So this is gonna be brilliant. You know, this is gonna make you feel so good about yourself, because you will know, you see what I mean? So you know you're gonna get this message about these things kind of moving on, but at the same time you will know this is something that it's also going to keep you going, because you will know that there is an important opportunity that is going to come to you, and that particular opportunity that I'm talking about, it's going to manifest itself like a biggest mama in the world in exactly 17 days after that moment in time. And this is all going to boil down towards you feeling so excited, so optimistic about yourself and your future as well. You know, it's almost like you are going to find yourself like a living your life the way you wanted to live your life in such a long time, because you're going to realize how many feelings have you actually suppressed, you know, throughout all this quite the last 3 or 4 years. You know, there was so much that you decided to suppress, to bless your heart, because something just didn't work out. But this is the part of your spiritual purpose, this is the part of your soul purpose. So this is, as I said, it's going to be keep on coming back until you notice this. You can ignore it as much as you like, but then again, you are the one who is missing out on life if you like keep on doing this. So this is all going to make you feel so happy, and it's literally going to give you, like, you're going to feel like you want to celebrate. That's how excited you're going to feel, because this in itself, it's not only going to start changing things like to you when it comes to your present time, but this is also going to start changing so much when it comes to your future. There are so many ideas that you are going to have, and these ideas are going to be different. There are so many new ideas that you are going to have when it comes to your life now, but most importantly when it comes to your near future. This is something that is going to keep, you know, this is going to be keeping you going like there is no tomorrow. And also, my gorgeous Scorpionic, you know what? When it comes to the beginning of this week, you know, you are also on another note, on another hand, there are a few different options that you're going to be facing at the beginning of the week. So this is why you're going to find this quite challenging. And these few different options that you're going to be facing are not going to be connected to what I was just saying right now. These few different options that you're going to be kind of facing at around the beginning of the week, they're also like kind of, it's to do with options that you were aware of before. It's to do with options that are pretty much so connected to, like, also at the same time, like you finding them very difficult, you know. And these options that you're gonna be, these few different options, let me show you. Sorry, I'm gonna show you right now. Look at this. These few different options, my gorgeous Scorpione, look at this. These few different options that you're going to be facing. Do you see these? They're part of your change. These few different options that you're going to be facing, they're part of the change, but also at the same time, when it comes to these options, what you need to understand is that these options are pretty much so, are going to require from you to be like as clear, as direct, and as clear and as direct as possible, because these few different options that you're going to be facing at the same time is just something that you need to take on at the same time with everything that I've said so far. But the problem is with these few different options that you're going to be facing at the beginning of the week, you know, they are actually going to become like kind of pretty much so obvious to you through those people in your life who you can really trust, and through those people in your life that are very close to you, and through those people in your life that are really important to you. So these few different options that you're going to be facing, it's more to do with your emotional life, it's more to do with the people in your life, it's more to do with you wanting to spend more time with those people in your life. So it's to do with you thinking about the quality of life, thinking about how much more time do you want to spend with the people in your life. So it's all about kind of more connecting and reconnecting with yourself, but also wanting to kind of spend more time with those those people that mean to you so much, because at the same time you're going to become aware of something, like maybe like someone is like gonna die, or like you're going to become aware of some kind of a death or someone dying. But this is not necessarily going to be someone, I'm going full on dark Lalita. No, this is not necessarily going to be somebody who is actually in your life. This is not necessarily somebody who is like really connected to you, but you're going to become aware of someone dying. And then when you become aware of someone dying who is not connected to your life, you're just like kind of going to start thinking about death, but not in such a way. You're just going to start thinking about how life goes really quick, because something is going to affect you here. Something is really going to kind of a little bit disturb you as well, the way that person died, for example. But it's not about that. Something mysterious it's going to be about that person's death, for example. But it's no one in your life, no one in your family. So you see what I mean? So I'm telling you this, I'm not being dark Lalita full on maximum. I'm just telling you that, you know, it's something that you're going to hear about someone else dying, and then that is going to open your eyes. There is something really mysterious going to be about it, but it's all going to boil down towards you becoming really emotional, and towards you realizing how precious life is. And life goes really quick, which is true. It's 5 minutes, we are gone. Do you know what I mean? So this, you know, this in itself is going to like really make you feel really emotional, and it's going to really kind of open you up spiritually. And then once you open yourself up, these are like this is opportunity, not opportunities, but options that you're going to be thinking about. You know, these options are going to be connected to, like, you know, you like, you know, thinking about, you know, people in your life, wanting to spend more time with the people in your life. And it's also like you are also going to be thinking a lot about like spending more time with those people who think like you, those people who are alike, especially when it comes to your spirituality, because this is very, very important in life for us to keep on surrounding ourselves with the people who are like kind of picking us up, and who are making us feel like really good about ourselves, opposed to those people who are just bringing us down, because dark lalas, you know, they can bring us down and then suck us dry, you know, they suck our energy like there is no tomorrow. And then once our energy is sucked, you know, then it's very difficult to kind of keep on moving about, you know, because, you know, sometimes it takes us a while to actually realize that when we may be like surrounded by the certain energy vampires who are playing this like very kind of very bizarre role. I can't believe I've got a little bit of spider web here, you know, spider web. Yeah, so yeah, basically it's just like it's like, hey, hello spider, you know. So it's like basically, so this is these options, you know, it's more about you need to do this, my gorgeous Scorpio. This is such an important part of your existence. So these options that I'm talking about is to do with friends, it's to do with people, it's to do, you just need to step back a little bit and reflect and see who is the most important in your life. Who do you want to reconnect with the most? Who do you want to kind of like call or text or whatever, you know. It's important, you know, it's a very, very important part of your spiritual journey. So it's more about you understanding how precious this life is, but at the same time, you know, there are a lot of people that are going to be on your mind who are very important to you, and there is like very much so one specific option is just going to be standing out. You know, when I said that you're going to be facing a few different options, where one specific option is going to be standing out like there is no tomorrow. But that the problem with that specific option is you will know that this is gonna need like a great deal of changes in your life, and you will know that there is gonna need to be an important, quite big, huge adjustment and sacrifice that you're actually going to need to make. And you're also going to know that that particular option is just like really gonna be, it's gonna require from you to be brave, especially when it comes to you understanding exactly what do you need to do after this moment in time indeed. So it's just like basically this is what I say, that it's important to step back and see which option is the most important to you at this moment in time. The few different options that you're going to be facing, I know it sounds really confusing, but the few different options that you're going to be facing, they're all going to be important, but one of them is just going to be like an ultimate option that you will go for, but that one is going to be put putting you off the most, because it's going to require from you the most of the changes to make. And on top of that, you're going to need to make an adjustment and sacrifice. And this in itself, it's really also going to come a lot in a form of you making a huge change, like but it's very much so connected to your immediate environment. Somehow it's connected to your home, and you're deciding to make a really big change which is going to be connected to your home. Okay, so this is what this is all going to be about, and this is what you need to understand and remember when it comes to that contemplation. And also at the same time, when it comes to the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Scorpioni, sorry, and this is the week in between the 16th and the 22nd of January 2023. By the way, I don't even think I've said it, but it doesn't matter. I guess it's just going to be written on top of the video anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But also when it comes to the beginning of this week, you know, you basically you are at the same time going to you know, it's a lot to do with the people you can trust, because through people that you can trust, just remember this, the real people in your life, the most important people in your life, just know, like, people you can trust, not like any people, but the most important people in your life are gonna be on your mind quite a lot. People you can trust, okay? People you can trust are also going to be playing an important role. Somebody very specific is actually going to reach forward. Someone is going to call you, or someone is going to text you, or whatever. Someone is going to send you an email, whatever they're going to tell you, and they are going to make you aware of, like, a basically through them, through that email and through that message or information, you are gonna understand that, you know, some kind of you know, on one hand, some kind of delay, it's coming to an end, but then on another hand, you are gonna understand, you know, that now, like, you will know exactly when to start something. There you go. You will know exactly when to start something, and I'm talking about timing. And then at the same time, you know, the beginning of this week, it's a lot to do with the sudden and unexpected progress in your life. The sudden and unexpected progress that you are going to have in your life at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Scorpioni, it's like really bringing a very positive change in your life, which is on another hand gonna make you think and feel how you want to do something really good for yourself. Like, you will want to buy something for yourself and reward yourself, and that's exactly what you should be doing. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpioni, by the time you get to the mid part of this week, you know, I like this so much. It's to do with an important accomplishment. You are gonna feel really proud of yourself. You're gonna feel really happy with yourself. You're gonna feel quite excited, because it's not only about the accomplishment, but it's also the direct result of some kind of a hard work. So this is again something that means to you so much, because it's the direct result of your hard work, but it's also going to lead towards an important recognition. You're going to understand and realize something so specific about yourself, something so special about yourself. You're going to realize exactly how gifted you are, how special you are, how powerful you are. You're going to realize that there is something very sacred about you, and that in itself, it's about to bring the whole new balance into your life. You're gonna become passionate like never before. That passion is gonna make you feel confident, and that in itself is really at the same time gonna kind of bring this like really interesting realization. And I say interesting realization because you will see how much you've actually changed. You will know exactly what's ahead of you, and you will know exactly how much time this is going to take, but you will also be able to recognize that normally if this would happen, this will like put you off, but now you will know that this is all about like you being patient and understanding that the best things in life, they do take time indeed. And you know basically what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Scorpioni, you know, it's like basically you are gonna be, when you become aware of this being highlighted about you, some kind of a sacred gift, you know, this is so important, because at the same time you are still going to be like, oh my god, you're still not going to be completely certain how you're actually going to do it, but then at the same time you're going to be reminded that especially over the last 8 or 9 months, you know, you maybe didn't express yourself the way you wanted to express yourself. You couldn't live your life the way you wanted to live your life, and every single month you've been saying just a little bit longer, just a little bit longer, but then again you just cannot wait for your whole life to actually go, and then at the end, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. So you're just going to be reminded at the same time, and this is all going to contribute towards you becoming even more passionate and confident about taking some kind of sacred gift that you have on the whole next level, on the whole next stage. Don't worry if it's weird, don't worry it's bizarre. The more weirder this is, the more happier you're going to be. The more bizarre this is, the more successful you're going to be. For example, the more you're able to express yourself through your weirdness, you know, the more like kind of the better outcome you're going to have throughout your life, not only when it comes to this particular specific situation. So you're just going to be reminded of things that have been happening to you over the last 7 or 8 months, and you're also going to be kind of reminded, and you're going to realize, like almost as if you're waiting for the specific moment. If you're waiting for the specific moment, for the perfect moment, it's never going to come. The perfect moment, it's going to happen, my gorgeous Scorpione, when you decide. Okay, so that's something that you need to understand. And also, you know, when it comes to the midweek, you know, you are going to become very passionate and confident and charismatic, because you're going to become aware of events that are going to require immediate actions, and you have to trust your instincts, my gorgeous Scorpione. Stay focused indeed. There is a very special person who is about to enter your life as well at around the midweek. So that's something that I wanted to mention. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpione, so it's basically, you know, you are really gonna have a bit of like a tower moment, you know, something is gonna happen which is kind of gonna throw you out of balance. And this tower moment that you're going to have at around the end of the week, you know, please don't get too worried or anything like that. You know what, this tower moment, it's actually going to do you a justice. Okay, like literally, because what is going to happen is that this tower moment that is going to happen at the end, this is going to surprise you. It's going to throw you out of balance. It's going to shake you up just a little bit, but then you're going to realize, you know what, thank God that this happened. That's exactly how you're going to feel. Thank God that it happens, because now this tower moment couldn't have happened at a better time, at a better stage of your life, because it's only going to kind of do it organically, or it's going to happen organically, what you like, kind of like really what was standing, you know, in between you and your future. This tower moment, it's also signifying, you know, the end of an era, the end of a stage in your life that was actually making you feel really unhappy and really negative, and it made you be stuck. You see what I mean? So by having this tower moment, you're also at the same time, you're going to unstuck yourself. And you will also realize, because first of all, you're going to be like, oh my God, what I'm going to do? And then you're going to realize, you know what? I was really unhappy for a while. I felt so negative. So, you know what? This is actually quite good. And you're also going to realize that you felt like defensive way too often because of this, like kind of before this tower moment happened. So this is going to shake the part of your life that was making you feel really negative anyway, that came to an end a long time ago. So you should be really, really grateful, because trust me, you will realize that you felt like a negative and sad and defensive every single time when you would think about it. So you will be able to put two and two together, and the answer is going to be absolutely obvious. You are going to make a really, really significant choice, because, you know, at the same time, an important important, wise choice that you are going to have. It's going to come from the moment in time when at the end of this week, it's not just about a tower moment, you know, it's not just about you being defensive, it's not about you realizing, you know what, this is coming to an end, but it's actually a really good end. And it's not about just a wise choice that you're going to need to make, it's also about you accepting, you know, that something is just like kind of not going to, at the same time, you know, accepting that there is just a small little element here that you're gonna feel a little bit sad about that tower moment, you know. You are gonna miss something, you know, about it, but it's gonna be really tiny in comparison to what is actually to come. So it's like about, you know, the sooner you accept this, that this came to an end, the sooner you're gonna be able to move on. So you must not be sad or negative, and you must not think about this as something like a dark situation, because you're only going to kind of really mess things up for yourself in such a way where you're thinking about something in a negative way at the time when obviously the certain cycle came to an end. You need to understand a certain cycle is about to begin, so you don't want to think negatively. Just be as optimistic as you possibly can, keep your head up, and you need to accept something here also, like it's not going to work. As soon as you accept like something it's not going to work out, you know, at the same time you're going to be able to move on, and at the same time this is going to start a beautiful process of the spiritual awakening where the clear direction is going to be absolutely shown. You will know exactly what am I talking about when it comes to that clear direction here, my gorgeous Scorpione, because that clear direction, it's also like a lot to do with your abilities, and it's a lot to do with like your desires. It's a lot to do with like a recognition of abilities of yours that have been on your mind specifically within the last few weeks indeed. So this is all gonna be making sense like there is no tomorrow. And also, my gorgeous Scorpione, when it comes to the end of this week, there is something else I was going to tell you. My God, this reading is going on for ages. Sorry, by the end of the week, you know, you will feel, please, it's not sad, it's not horrible what I'm gonna say now, but you will feel a little bit sad also because someone will not want your help. I know that you're gonna kind of really become aware of someone who is needing your help, but then again at the same time that person will not kind of want your help, you know, and you're gonna feel like a little bit sad, but then again you will understand. So it's more about you will understand because, you know, someone just maybe is going to need your help, but they will be too proud to actually say this. So you will understand this, exactly why this person is acting in this particular way. So try to find the ways how you can help that person, but without being obvious. So try to take care of that person just like in an invisible way, you know what I mean, without kind of being obvious, because that particular person is just like someone in your life, someone really important to you, someone who's going to need your help, but they're just too proud to actually admit this or like accept the help from you. So try to find the ways how you can actually help that person without offending them, for example, because trust me, the situation with that person is worse than you can possibly imagine. So please be a good person and try to help them. This is gonna get back to you 1,000,000 times. I know I'm not saying this to you because this is gonna get back to you, but you will see that this is to do with someone who means to you so much. And also around the end of the week you are going to have a beautiful new emotional experience. I like this so much. You're gonna feel so deep, and that in itself, it's really kind of going to start the process of awakening, especially when it comes to your psychic abilities and spiritual insights. I like this so much, which also means that on another hand, throughout this week, if you want to meditate, while you're meditating, before you're meditating, just ask a clear question, and the answer is going to come in an absolutely mind-blowing way, especially when it comes to the answer being so direct, and almost as if you're gonna hear like a voice like guiding you and telling you specifically the answer to what you've just asked. So now I'm just quickly going to take a tarot card, and I will see what is going to be a tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Scorpione. What is going to be a tarot card of the week? So see, we've got this. Okay, so I know that you're going to start a new project, but I know that you're going to like it. But let's just see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. Of course, you see, it's a lot to do with your possessions, and it's a lot to do with things that belong to you. You need to work on yourself. You need to work on your life. You need to work on those things that mean to you so much. It's not only about things that belong to you when it comes to your materialistic life. I think it's a lot. This is such an important week where you're going to realize the significance of those people in your life, how much they mean to you, and how much you want to reconnect with them as well. You will understand, their importance, but at the same time, people in your life are just really suddenly gonna be on your mind more than ever before. And that at the same time, through them, you're also going to realize you've got the Empress here as well. Through those people in your life, you're also going to realize, very important, a wise choice that you need to make. And that wise choice that you need to make is just gonna be like not an idea, but someone in your life who means to you so much, like a family member or a friend, are gonna suggest something to you. And almost as if you're gonna feel like a little bit offended with what they're going to kind of suggest to you. But they are going to be completely brutally honest. As someone is going to be brutally honest with you who is in your life, who's very connected to you. And they are going to kind of suggest something to you. You're always talking about this, you're always talking about that, but you're never doing anything about it. So this in itself is going to throw you out of balance. Like, you're going to be like, first of all, don't speak to me like this. And then you're going to be like, you know what? Oh my God. And that's it. We should cherish those people in our lives. We should cherish them so much. People who understands us better than we understand ourselves. People who are going to be completely brutally honest with us. So it's either to do with like with a family member, or like a really, really long friend. You know what I mean? Friend that you know for such a long time. So they are going to point, one of them is going to point something to you. They're going to be brutally honest. They're going to say by the end of the week, why you're not doing something that you're talking about all the time. And first of all, you're going to be offended, but then again, you will understand that this is about to change your whole quality on life. You will be able to relax so much just by making that wise choice, just by doing that, what that person mentioned and highlighted to you. This is going to reflect on your whole life quality, and at the same time, it's going to help you when it comes to making a really, really difficult decision. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpioni, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.